Hello, happy Sunday. We are going to do a Sunday reset with me. As you know, I'm opening up my second facility, and I want to take you guys through the process from the beginning to the end as well with this one. Tell me all the things that you like, tell me some of the things that you would like to see, and tell me some of the things that maybe I'm not hip to. So today, we're going to go ahead and bring some of the toys, supplies, and equipment that I have from my old facility and some new things into this facility and just see what I'm working with. And remember, I am getting ready to open. So all I did so far was clean the inside and just bring some other equipment and toys and supplies that I have so we can go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the things and put it inside. Let's go. This is a mirror that I have to put in the infant and toddler area because babies always need to know what they look like. Also, it helps with their fine motor and gross motor skills, which is understanding the whole reflection aspect and seeing what they are actually doing and mimicking, being able just to understand the concept of coordination through their reflection. So you want me hold it like that. So this is our first aid kit. I had it from our other center, and the good thing about it is that I do not have to go out and get all new materials and supplies again because we barely used the first aid kit, which technically is a good sign, meaning that we keep the kids nice and safe. So I am already one step ahead of the game with having a fully stocked first aid supply kit. So I have a nice little sign that I'm going to put up right here. Come up here. I just have to figure out exactly how to put it up. I guess maybe like a little bit higher. That I'm gonna put up here. All right. So we have that, and then we also have a really nice big sign too that we're gonna put on the back side of the building just in case anybody is passing by, they can still see the sign from the street. So we have those two signs to put up. Also, little green area that I'm gonna fix up this gate, probably repaint it to make it really nice and inviting, and then also put some nice little plants here and maybe use this as like our own little garden because we are eco-conscious center. We want to make sure that we are incorporating all of the nice go green and sustainable habits. So maybe the children can all have their own little plants where they are planting or growing maybe their own little fruits and vegetables or nice little homeopathic remedies that we can put in the garden, of course. And then we have a nice little flagpole here. So instead of putting up the United States of America flag, we're gonna put up our own little Green Giants flag, because in Green Giants we trust. In Green Giants we trust. Did you hear me? In Green Giants we trust. Our parents trust us with their little mini giants, so in Green Giants we trust. So we're gonna get a cute little flag that goes here. And this is our outdoor space area that you can see. Yes, those are the birds chirping. So this is our nice little space. This is our nice little space. We're gonna make it nice and cute and inviting. And hello. Did you run around? Why? Go ahead. Isn't that what you asked me? So of course we have our water dispenser, which is required by the state to make sure that you have a water source to provide for the children. We have a refrigerator, a nice large one, to keep all of their breakfast and lunch cold. We have our own little cart here that might be used for various different things. Of course, we have a little floating shelves. We have a whole bunch of cool things that once you guys see how the finished setup is, you guys will really be amazed. I hope so. We have our bathroom for the babies. Everything is nice and low. Okay. Bookshelf areas. Of course, we have our bulletin board that we're going to change that. This was up from the previous tenant, but you guys know how we do at Little Green Giants. Reading is knowledge.
There's a rabbit out there.
There's a rabbit?
Uh-huh.
Okay. These are little carpenter bees from the wood. Did you run around so that we can get ready to go?
Once these bees fly.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm coming.
All right, let's go. See, listen to mommy the first time. Thought we learned yesterday, but guess we haven't. All right, we have our extra little hand washing sink. The diapering station is gonna go right here, so that way when we are changing the baby's diapers, we have a running water available to keep our hands nice and clean. And that's really it. It's a really small space. This is going to be dedicated to only 6 children, but simply dedicated to that younger age group. And then hopefully by the time that my first round of babies are 2 years old, that I am opening up my 3rd center that will house children all the way from 6 weeks to 9 years old. So I'm thanking you, God, in advance for already what you've done for me. And we hope that's to come in the future. Hello, it's my daycare coach, or your next daycare coach, and I want you to come and do a Sunday reset with me as I'm opening up my 2nd facility and getting everything ready to go so that we can open up the doors and welcome our new Little Green Giant. So come with me. So today I had to bring in some of the new... So today my daughter is recording, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm within the frame so that the videos don't come out crazy. But it's the content, right? So content is content. Content. I'm just gonna hold it from here because I just don't know what I'm getting. All right, so I am moving in some of our old equipment into the new center because that's part of our philosophy of sustainability, is just making sure we reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we have lots of equipment that is barely used, gently used, that we are using in our new facility, which is going to cater to children 6 weeks to 23 months old. So this center is pretty unique, as this is Laurel's newest creche, and I'm just so excited for the finished product, and I can't wait to show you guys. So today I'm just here at the center, just really looking at some things, because as you know, you don't really know the property until you're actually like in, and you start realizing like, okay, I have to fix this, or I might need this, or in the near future I'm gonna have to get this. And there's a lot of little minute things that I'm seeing as I'm walking around that I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to fix before I open up my doors. So I'm just here to take you along. I put everything inside already. We've already checked out the place. I have my contractor on the line. I'm gonna shoot him over some information that I think might be helpful in making sure that we can just get everything squared away to make the daycare look nice and curbside appealing when my parents come in. So it's a really small center, but the good thing about this center is that we literally have our own delegated outdoor play space area. So that's one unique thing. Out of all the centers that I've had, I haven't ever had like a nice sizable outdoor area. So I'm really happy about that. Really blessed to have that. But then also the cool thing about this property is that maybe 0.1 mile away, there is a little park that has like a small little waterfront area. So we will also be able to take the strollers out with all of the babies and have a nice little stroll and just have some nice scenery when we don't want to be sanctioned to be in the back. So that's a cool thing. All right, stay tuned for the rest of the video. You want what? I already bought them. I want banana. I already got the banana. Okay. So I have to go to about 3 different stores because I have different things that I need to get. So I go to one store specifically for my toiletries. I go to another store for my meats. I go to another store for my fruits. And then I go to another store just like for the general items. So here I am at Target getting some of our common items that we can never find in our local grocery stores for whatever reason. I just grabbed the cream, which is for our Cajun shrimp pasta, which is literally top 3 in their favorite meals for lunches. So yeah, so we had to get that. You guys are not about to make me tell y'all my secret recipe to the Cajun shrimp pasta, but it does include spinach. So I did get spinach to add into it. The kids don't really like spinach per se. However, when it is mixed in the Cajun shrimp pasta, sometimes they have no choice but to have a leaf or two. Yeah, it doesn't kill them, even though sometimes they act like it does. And we also add the cherry tomatoes to our spinach to help with a nice little vegetable and fruit variation. Next up was our other frozen organic vegetables. I love the Target brand of organic vegetables because I've had a lot of experiences with buying frozen vegetables, and then when you open it up, you see like these black dots in it. So no. I had already grabbed the penne noodles, and last on the list was our Cajun seasoning. Come on, Target. You know Miss Sunny has to make her Cajun shrimp pasta for the babies. Cajun shrimp pasta. This was my total after my in-store shopping experience. And after doing all of that driving around, it was time to fill it up so that I am ready for the work week. God damn. Shoot, I'm about to get me a Prius because no, baby, I do not want to see the damage. Thank you. No, thank you. Then you know it's time to review all those unread emails and make sure I reply. Then I also review and or create and modify lesson plans for all of the classrooms, and just to make sure I have a clear understanding of what my teachers are going to be reviewing with the children, and also to make sure that it is on track for our learning objectives for the month. Next is meal prep, because I do provide lunch for my babies and they are expecting gourmet meals. So here they have it. Steak frites, homemade garlic and butter, mashed potatoes, sauteed kale, cherry tomatoes, and a little bit of love on top. And after all of that prep, now we actually go to tackle the day. We have a new student starting, so in our enrollment packet, we have a checklist, and I just had to review all the paperwork to make sure we had everything we needed from the parent once they came to do the drop-off, and everything was clear. As the children come in for their morning arrivals, everyone has the same bottle bag. It is fully insulated, especially for the breast milk being transported from home to the daycare. So I just go ahead and gather everybody's bottle bags, and I take out all their food and their milks and place it in the refrigerator. And I put the breast milk in order from oldest to newest so that we can make sure that we serve the oldest milk first for our breastfed babies. That is the lovely sound of a hungry baby, as I'm sure you guys have all heard before. So I just made sure I warmed up my baby's milk and his food, so that way once he's done eating, he has a little bit of breast milk to wash it down, and then he's ready for his nap time. As I mentioned earlier, all centers are required to have water sources made available for the children. So whenever we run out, I always just make sure that we have 5-gallon bottles available, so that way we can just replenish them as needed. I finally get to make it to my preschoolers, and I see that they are taking care of their lovely plants that they are all responsible for. So each child has to measure out a certain amount of water, pour it into the sprayer, and then they go to the next person, and that next person has to take the sprayer and go ahead and spray the plants down. They also massage the plants and make sure that they take recordings of the plants and their heights. They also use their magnifying glass just to see if they see any little insects or anything like that, but this just really kind of gives them their own personal autonomy, with just ensuring that they can care for a growing thing and just understand how plants work, same way with their bodies. And now I can finally get some administrative work done. So here I am in my open office, which I make sure that I am not confined in a closed environment, so that way if teachers need me, I'm easily accessible, and then I can also keep eyes and ears to everything that's going on, and if I'm needed, I am readily available. So here I am just getting some work done, logging our tuition payments, looking over emails that I've received during the day, checking my security cameras, and just making sure that everything is up to par and up to the standards and expectations of Little Green Giants. And that has to be done every single day. I am responsible for a lot of people. My reputation is on the line. And I just want to make sure that there's continuity between each day as we push forward, especially with going from being a family childcare owner to a facility center owner. It's just levels to this, personally for me. So I just want to make sure that I hold myself to a different kind of standard and ensure I'm doing what I need to do and going above and beyond when necessary. Oh yeah, because I'm a businesswoman, I have to take business phone calls. Hello. Hello. Business. And remember when I mentioned making my presence being known by being in a non-confined environment when I'm handling my delegated duties? So here I was just sitting in our open lobby, and a teacher had come out, they needed something, and boom, instead of having to look for me or instead of having to contact me after work, because I was right there front and center, the question was answered immediately.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to find the thing for Spirit Week.
Oh, it's right there by the door.
And that's a day in the life of a facility owner. Well, I mean, I guess half a day and a half a day equals a full day. But yeah, there's a lot of things, of course, that I didn't record. And if you guys have any questions about just what may go on, feel free to message me, contact me. But if it looks like I'm all over the place, I am. No 2 days are ever the same, and you will always be needed in different areas, and you just need to be there. Anytime I hire a new employee, I always ask them, what is making you apply to a new center? And every single time they give me an answer, I take heed to that, and I make sure that I improve on myself and my center, so that way when they do have to go to another center, that same issue is not the issue of why they're leaving my center to go to a new center. And that's just how I feel of what a good director or a good owner does. They take everything that's wrong and they flip it to make it right. All right, hope you enjoyed.